Good evening and happy 4th of July, everyone. JDev has returned once again to give you exactly what you want. Of course, that'd be more of that amazing backdrop that's behind me, giving you my thoughts, my opinions, and what I hope will be some expert analysis on a certain topic subject. So, want to let everybody know that I finished Season 3 of Stranger Things today. Started at about 7:30, 7:45 this morning, and got finished with it shortly after 6 my time. And I want to give you guys my Season 3 recap of Stranger Things Season 3. Before I get into that, if you're not caught up with where Stranger Things is, and that's basically all of Season 3, I highly suggest if you haven't watched any of Season 3, to not watch this video, because I'm going to be spoiling things. So, you've been warned. Now, typically in these type of videos, I do an episode-by-episode recap. Since they dropped the whole season in one day, I just decided to save a lot of time on my end. I'm just going to go do the whole season in one video. Now, if there's particular episodes that you want me to review or recap, and you leave a comment explaining why, or just multiple people talk about it, I'll go ahead and do that for a couple episodes, but not right now. But give it a couple weeks. So if there's a particular episode that I must review or recap, leave it in the comment section. Make sure you thumb up the video or like it. And, as always, subscribe to the channel. That's all I ask for. That's all you have to do. But let's talk about Stranger Things Season 3. I really like this season. There's a lot of things I like. There's a few things I didn't like. And, of course, I'll give my score of the season in general. I liked a lot of the character development. I thought a lot of the relationships were developed well. A lot of the characters had more development than they've ever had before, such as the relationship with, well, it's not a relationship, but the friendship between Joyce and Jim Hopper. Obviously, Hopper wants a little bit more than just friendship, and it's clear to me right away that Joyce is still mourning the loss of Bob. So that's not going to happen, at least at the moment. Bear with me here. I should let you guys know my eyes are really bothering me right now. So if I start blinking weird or something like that, it's just my eyes not wanting to cooperate with me at random times. So you've been warned about that. We also had more development of the Elle and Mike situation. That was developed really well. I'm kind of wondering why Elle, or 11, is still clueless to certain things. She's been around for a while now. She's been around this group for a while, but yet she's still clueless to certain things. And then the part with her saying that I dumped your ass. Okay, that annoyed me a little bit. I'm kind of jumping out of where I was going here because I want to talk about what I liked first, but I guess I'll just go back and forth. That's what I do. So I didn't necessarily like that, but that's okay. They did a good job of developing Max and Lucas. That was done well. Dustin and Susie, which we didn't even think really existed until the last episode, we found out that that was 100% accurate. Here we go with the eye problem again. I don't know what's wrong. I should just wear glasses. I do wear glasses typically, especially when looking to a computer or webcam, but I don't know. And I'll talk more about the Susie-Dustin scenario in a little bit here. And then, of course, you had Steve and Robin. I really liked Robin's character, actually. I really thought she was a good character, and they had such good chemistry, in my opinion. If you ask me, they had excellent chemistry. And, of course, you had more development with Nancy and Jonathan. I don't even like Jonathan as a character. I find him annoying and creepy, but whatever. He's in the show still, surprisingly. I thought they'd kill him off, but they haven't yet. And then, of course, you had a more of a role for Erica. She had her funny one-liners and her funny phrases. That was good for her to do. She was the one that crawled through the ventilation system and whatnot, so that was good. So those relationships were done pretty well. I liked a lot of that development. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything here. And I already touched on the fact that, Hopper wants more from Joyce at the moment, and Joyce is still trying to get over Bob's losses. We saw a hallucination of that, and then she watched the Cheers that they used to watch together. So, definitely good stuff. So, the premise of the season really is the Mind Flayer is back, and it takes over Billy. And then Billy has a bunch of minions that takes over as well, that he kind of leads. And whatnot. It's kind of an interesting concept, I guess. I don't know. They're kind of doing the same thing, but to a different degree. So I think it's not different than what the last season was. A little bit different, but not really, if you think about it. So, a little gripe. Just a little gripe. What else we got here? They also had a very small role for Mr. Clark, the teacher, this season. Typically, he has more to do in the show, but he only had really some scenes with Joyce, helping her figure out why her refrigerator magnets were falling off the refrigerator and not going back on. Would have loved to seen a lot more of him this season, specifically. So I'm a little annoyed by that, but not really. All right, let's talk about Will Byers. So Will, you got all these different relationships that are going on, and then you got poor old Will, or poor young Will, I guess, and all he wants to do is really just play Dungeons & Dragons. They've got to find someone for Will. It's so sad that Will, he senses whatever monster entity is around, and that's really all he's good for, and to whine that they're not playing Dungeons & Dragons. So hopefully in Season 4, hopefully Will has a bigger role, and hopefully he has more to do than just play Dungeons & Dragons. So throughout the whole season, I was wondering, where'd the Doctor go? The Doctor from Season 2? And then, lo and behold, at the very end, almost at the very end, Sam Owens does show up. So hopefully we'll see more of Paul Reiser's character in Season 4. Not sure much what he can do, but hopefully we see him in Season 4. So let's talk about some of the spoilers, the major spoilers for Season 3. Jim Hopper, we're led to believe that he's dead. We don't see a body, so I don't believe it. And then, of course, there's an end credits scene that the Russians, they're in Kamchatka, I believe, and they have two people held hostage, one Russian and one American. He's like, no, not the American. Well, who the hell is the American going to be? Is it anybody but Hopper? Come on now. I mean, they wanted us to believe that he was dead. I believed it for about 10 seconds, but not seeing a body, they did the exact same thing at the beginning of the season with that big device. And then they showed people die because of that. But they didn't show Hopper die. They didn't show his body, so I don't think Hopper's dead. Not a chance. It was very touching, though, having 11 or L, whatever you want to call her, read that note that he wrote to her, or that Joyce helped him write, that he kind of wrote more to. That was pretty touching. I enjoyed that a lot, actually. And in that same scene where they have the Russian go into the pit, or whatever, the cell, cage, whatever, we get the return of the Demogorgon. So we're led to believe that the Demogorgon will be in Season 4 of Stranger Things. So that'll be nice. But again, it's stuff we've already seen. So that kind of takes away from certain stuff. But hopefully it'll be good stuff. Of course, Billy does die by the Mind Flayer. L11 does connect to him and eventually turns him to the point where he tries to just defeat the Mind Flayer by himself, saves the day, sacrifices himself, essentially. So that was good. I never really liked Billy's character, but he did good there, at least. Alright, so here's something I really didn't like about the season. So the scene where they're trying to save the day, they need to get that vault or safe open so they can grab those keys. And then Dustin's like, I don't know, or the one guy, I don't remember his name, the conspiracy theory guy with the beard and no hair. Well, no hair on the top of the head like me. He doesn't remember the password or the code. So Dustin's like, I know who to call. So he calls his, well, we're led to believe, fake girlfriend Susie, and she does pick up this time. And she demands that he sing something. And then he goes full song mode for the never-ending story theme. I thought that was absolutely ridiculous. It was funny to a certain degree, but absolutely ridiculous. But, yeah, that's what they did. It was pretty crazy, though. So, yeah, that was rather unexpected, I must say, but that's what they did in Stranger Things Season 3. They sung the whole song, practically, too. And then, of course, Lucas and Max mocked it afterwards, you know, at the end of the season or at the end of the final episode. So that was annoying but funny at certain times. I think that's it. There's nothing really else to cover. I'm sure there's little things that I left out. Oh, shit, I almost forgot the big thing. So Elle, or 11, whatever you want to call her, has apparently lost her powers. Wonder what's going to happen there, especially if the Demogorgon comes back. That's going to be very interesting. So all in all, Stranger Things Season 3 was awesome. I must say, I really, really, really enjoyed Robin and Steve's chemistry. I thought they did a lot, and of course Dustin and Erica added to that too. But Robin and Steve, they just connected. I don't know what it is. And I don't believe that she's into chicks. I think she's just putting up a front, trying to play hard to get. I think her and Steve are going to end up together as a couple, not just as good friends. Just my opinion. I mean, who's Steve going to end up with? Unless they kill Jonathan off and then he goes back to Nancy, which I guess it's possible because Jonathan really doesn't do anything. All he is a creepy photographer. Maybe I'm too hard on Jonathan, but I don't know. But yeah, I've already talked about things I didn't like. I didn't like the fact that Dustin had to sing to Susie to save the world, and it was the never-ending story theme, and that annoyed me. Yeah, that's really it. Hope Will does more next season. Hopefully there's not a big gap between this season and next season. Hopefully they can get everything filmed and ready to go and next year at some point. I haven't heard anything yet, but we shall see. So all in all, like I said, I really enjoyed the season. Minor gripes, singing that song really annoyed me. I'm going to give the season a 9.0 out of 10. I haven't reviewed the last two seasons, so I'm not sure what I would have gave them. But this was definitely a good season. Lots of intense stuff, so it was great. So make sure you guys leave a comment, whether you want me to review an episode or not, specifically, or if you just want to leave a comment and discuss stuff. Discuss, is Hopper really dead? What will Sam Owens, Dr. Owens' role be next season? And, oh, another thing. What happened to Elle's sister, the chick that, the group of kids that she was hanging with? They didn't even show up this season. I thought that was kind of annoying, too. So leave your comments, whatever you want to talk about. We got to get this discussion going. There's no Game of Thrones. There's no Walking Dead. I know I've been slacking on the Fear the Walking Dead videos, and I actually really like Fear the Walking Dead right now, but I don't know. I'm just not motivated enough to do them for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, definitely leave a comment. Make sure you like and thumb up the video, depending on if you're a Facebook and YouTube or both. And make sure you subscribe so you can get all my content, which is not a lot lately, but hopefully I'll pick it up. So hope you enjoyed Stranger Things. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. And of course, as always, I'll be back again soon with another. Peace.